Hey everyone, welcome back to my six-figure business lessons. In this lesson, we're going to be breaking down how the customer's experience is everything. It's the core to the business and it's what brings success to what you are doing. Okay, this is lesson 5 of my 0 to 100K. I'm breaking down all the lessons I've learned the hard way from growing my business to the 100K and more. Okay, so then you can use it for either your business, your personal brand, or just for any everyday life. Take away what you wish, but I'm going to be providing you value, and I hope you get something from it all. Okay, so let's get straight to it. So, as I was saying, customer experience is everything. All right, so the customer service is not just a department. All right, it's the core to the business. It's everything we do. All right, and I like to think of it as a word of mouth because the word of mouth is so damn powerful, and I don't think people actually realize how powerful that is. I mean, most of the things you get and learn from in life is through other people. And I think of it as a trade as well. I heard this recently from someone high that I admire. They were speaking about how they trust different trades, so an electrician or a plumber through word of mouth. It's like they've been recommended a certain plumber, and they'll trust that one rather than some online plumber, right? Because your friend has used it in their previous, you know, previously. So you trust that they did a good job, they got the job done. Let's use them. So I think it's pretty powerful word of mouth, and a good experience that I think of this as is I remember I was trying to get approach because I'm always DMing, trying to get people to use my business, especially in the early phases of the business, right? When I didn't really have much to go off. So I'd approach them, give them an opening DM, say, hey, you want to use my stickers? I've got this, and this. You can customize or pre-design stickers. Some people bite back, they're interested. Some people might reply, hey, I'm not interested at this time, right? Um, I remember I approached a big person, and they had a big following. They weren't interested straight away. They're like, "Oh, I already have my own provider. I'm not going to use you guys." And I was like, "Okay, fine, that's fair enough. If you need anything, please just come see me." And then it was like 4 or 5 months down the track, right? They then came and said, "Oh, hey, my friend gave me their stickers that they've been using, and I got to see what you guys are all about. I got to see your products. I absolutely love what I see, and I now want to start using you guys." That was a huge win, and that really took off for me. I think my growth after that was huge, but that's just about the power of persistence and word of mouth. Like he heard it from his friend, he got to firsthand see those stickers, and he just fell in love with the product and the brand after that. So that's something to think about the word of mouth, and really cherishing every customer that you have, and putting the effort in, because it does pay off in the end. I like to think of it also as like a hydra. Everyone knows like the mythical hydras. You would cut off the head, and two, three more would spout, and you just keep cutting them, keep coming up, right? And I like to think of that as the customers, not me cutting off their head in terms of that, but as in I help satisfy and fulfill those customers, and two to three more will grow from it. In terms of my business, people will see those stickers on laptops or water bottles and be like, "Hey, where did you get those from? Those look great." You see it, and then they'll purchase it through that. So that's something to think about as a hydra, as word of mouth. Those things are very powerful, and it's something to be thinking about. Okay, so yeah, care to the business, make them happy. Yeah, customers are the best ambassadors. That goes hand to hand with the word of mouth. Um, Winning people over through their friends recommending and gifting the products. Yeah, so they can also gift them. So if you do end up giving extra gifts within the parcels, people might pass them on to other friends, or you can add in discount codes within within your parcels. Say, hey, yeah, if you refer a friend, I'll give you an extra discount code, or use this discount code for friends and families, and then those people will pass them on. So different ways to get more people into your business. Um, Another thing I want to talk about is personalizing the experience for them. So the way I do this and the way I enjoy doing this is the way I've packaged my parcels. I set them up as like a nice treasure chest, and you need to be thinking about. We spoke about this before, but the customer's experience throughout the whole process of ordering and emails and all that. But once they get the product, what is their experience going to be? So yeah, I think of it as a nice Skyrim treasure chest, nice Legend of Zelda treasure chest, you name it. They'll open it up, they'll cut the ribbon, open it up, they see the packaging, it's all nice, well kept, nice thank you card, and it's all wrapped perfectly. So it gives them a nice feeling when they're opening it. It's not just receiving the product and um, making the product the use of the product. So mine in terms is an aesthetic sticker, but it's not just the product itself, it's the experience and the feeling they get from receiving that product. So that's something to think about when giving them the parcel and the packaging. Okay. um, know your recurring customers. This is another good one. So it's quite easy to track through Shopify, but you can see if someone has made 3, 4, or up to 8 orders, and just gift them some extra stuff. They're reoccurring. You've won them over, and they re-bought from you a couple times. Give them a few extra products. You reward those loyal customers. It's key, I think. I think that is very key. You keep bringing them in then that way. Respond quickly. This is a bit time consuming, and you'll always be checking your socials and whatnot, but I think it's key when trying to run a good business. If you can outsource this, 100% do so, and you have a worthy and trustworthy person. But respond as quickly as you can. If you receive an email, respond to it. If you receive a DM, respond to it. Don't just put it off, because one, that's going to be sitting on your brain for a long period of time, and that's just mental real estate that you can't be giving up like that. And if you just respond to it quickly, that satisfies them and it satisfies your mental real estate. Okay. You can speediate this by using ChatGPT and having templates made from that, and then you just meshing around with those templates and adding in what you need to, the first name, the specific message, you name it. Okay. Another thing that I've heard recently, and I do really much like, I like this a lot, even though it's not on the responding quickly part, but it's nice when you start to get a big influx of people and you haven't actually outsourced this just yet. But there was a Layla Hormozi podcast, and she was speaking to another billionaire, and she was speaking in terms of having 10 emails a day, or like a session. So you'll have a session where you sit down, see your emails, and you only respond to 10 of them, 10 units of it. Once you expended those units, you can't reply to any more emails until your next session, right? That, for one, saves your time. Otherwise, you'll be sat there all day replying to all those emails, going back and forth. By the time you've hit the 10th one, a new one will come in, and then a new one, and a new one, and it'll just keep building upon your workload. Okay. So if you do see that you have a lot of admin, break it up into sessions, and that can help save time for yourself. But you just have to work in your own routine to it all. Another thing I want to talk about in this third part is going the extra mile. We spoke about it a little bit before, but surprising people with discount codes, extra products, free postage, doing little things like that can really win people over. If they're new, and you might fulfill the order super quickly, like straight away, skip the queue kind of thing. There's so many ways to surprise the customer and to make their experience, nice. So do what you can, and winning those people over might be a good thing, right? Or it's always a good thing, but like those new customers, they might rebuy from it and things of that nature. But those are some of the touch points I wanted to go over on their customers experience. There's a lot of gems in that, a lot of things you can use to um, make the customers feel great. But they're your bread and butter. They are your life force to your company. They're the ones that are buying the products. They're the ones that are coming back time and time again. So think about those and make sure you're meeting all those needs of the customer. All right. So customer experience is everything. Use those as you wish, and yeah, you'll get far in the business if you're doing it. If you're doing all those, I'd like to hear any more that you want to add on to it. But those are the things that I've been using and have really grown me to that 100K plus mark. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed that. All right. Customer experience is everything. I believe that's lesson 5 of my 0 to 100K. I've got 5 more to go, breaking all those lessons down the hard way. If you want to go back and revisit the big bulk of the video, go so. I'll put it down below. That one was a really nice one to film through the Gamma AI app. But yeah, it's been awesome. So, as always, I'm Jaden Connolly. Thank you for watching.